Your grief is sacred. Sarah sits in her kitchen at 2 a.m., scrolling through photos of Max on her phone. Her golden retriever passed away 3 weeks ago. The vet said it was time. Sarah knew it was time, but here she is, crying into a cup of cold coffee, wondering why she can't just get over it, like her sister suggested. It's just a dog, her coworker said yesterday. You can get another one. Just a dog. If you've ever heard those words after losing your beloved companion, you know exactly how Sarah feels right now, like the ground just opened up beneath her feet. Like no one understands that Max wasn't just anything. He was her alarm clock, her walking buddy, her emotional support during the divorce, her reason to come home every day for 8 years, and now he's gone. A sacred journey. If this sounds familiar, I want you to know something right from the start. Your grief is sacred, and by the end of today's lesson, you'll understand exactly why that matters for your healing. I'm here because I've walked this path. I've held dying animals in my arms. I've made the euthanasia decision. I've ugly cried in vet parking lots, and I've learned something that changed everything about how I help people like Sarah, and maybe you, find their way through this darkness. Your grief isn't weakness. It isn't drama. It isn't something to get over. Your grief is sacred. Today we're going to explore what that means and why it's the foundation of everything that follows in this course. The research validates your pain. Let's start with something that might surprise you. Research shows that 30 to 50% of pet owners experience what psychologists call complicated grief after losing a companion animal. That means if you're struggling to function, if you can't stop crying, if you feel like your world has shifted off its axis, you're not alone. You're not dramatic. You're not weak. You're experiencing a documented, studied, real psychological response to a significant loss. The American Psychological Association recognizes that the bond between humans and their pets can be as strong as bonds between humans, sometimes stronger. Think about it. Your pet didn't judge you on bad days. They didn't argue with you. They didn't leave you for someone else. They were pure, unconditional love wrapped in fur. When you lose that, you're not just losing an animal. You're losing a part of yourself. You're losing your daily routine and purpose. The morning walks, feeding schedules, and care routines that structured your days are suddenly gone. Your source of physical affection, the comforting touch, cuddles, and physical presence that provided comfort and reduced stress. Your non-judgmental companion, the one who loved you at your worst moments and never held grudges or criticized. Your sense of being needed and loved unconditionally, the pure, simple relationship that offered complete acceptance without conditions. So when I say your grief is sacred, I mean it's warranted, it's real, it's significant, and it deserves respect, starting with your own. Society gets it wrong. Here's what makes pet loss even harder. Our society doesn't get it. We have bereavement leave for human death. We have funeral traditions. We have sympathy cards and casseroles and people who check on you for weeks. But when your dog dies, just get another one. When your cat passes, at least you don't have kids. When your horse is gone, it was just an animal. This is called disenfranchised grief. It's grief that society often fails to recognize or validate, and it makes everything more complicated. The depth of your bond with your pet was real. The love was real. The loss is real. And your grief, no matter how deep, no matter how long, is a testament to that love. You end up grieving in isolation. You hide your tears. You apologize for being sad. You feel ashamed for struggling. But here's what I need you to understand. Society is wrong about this. The depth of your bond with your pet was real. The love was real. The loss is real. And your grief, no matter how deep, no matter how long, is a testament to that love. Your grief is sacred because it honors the holy bond you shared. Permission to grieve fully. Right now, I'm permitting you to grieve fully. Not politely, not quietly, not on anyone else's timeline. Fully. That means you can cry when you need to cry. Let your tears flow without apology or restraint. Talk about your pet as much as you want. Share stories, memories, and feelings without censoring yourself. Keep their belongings as long as you need. There's no rush to put away their bed, toys, or other items. Take time off work if you need to. Your emotional well-being matters and deserves attention. Skip social events that feel too hard. Protect your energy and emotional space during this vulnerable time. Say no to people who don't understand understand. Set boundaries with those who minimize your experience. You don't need to justify your grief to anyone. You don't need to minimize it. You don't need to rush it. Your pet was a family member. They were part of your identity. They were woven into the fabric of your daily life. When they die, part of you dies too. That's not dramatic. That's human. And healing that kind of loss takes time, intention, and yes, sacred attention. Grief as a love language. Here's something beautiful I want you to consider. Your grief is love with nowhere to go. For years, maybe decades, you poured love into your pet. You fed them, walked them, talked to them, worried about them, and celebrated them. That love was active. It had direction. It had purpose. Now they're gone. But the love isn't. It's still there, as strong as ever. But suddenly there's no target for it, no daily outlet, no furry face to receive it. So it sits in your chest, heavy and aching, looking for somewhere to go. That ache, that overwhelming feeling, that's not pathology. That's love. And love, even love that hurts, is sacred. One of the things we'll do in this course is help you find healthy places for that love to go. Ways to honor your pet that feel meaningful rather than painful. Ways to keep loving them without drowning in grief. But first, we need to honor where you are right now in the sacred space of missing someone who mattered deeply to you. Creating emotional safety. The last thing I want to talk about today is emotional safety. Vulnerability. Grief makes us vulnerable. It makes us raw. It makes us feel like we're walking around without skin. Harm. And when people minimize our pain or rush our healing, it's not just unhelpful, it's harmful. Protection. So we're going to create some boundaries around your grief, some protection, some safety. This course is your sacred container, a place where your grief is welcomed, understood, and honored. A place where you can be exactly where you are without apology. In your journal, and yes, we'll talk about that in a minute, you'll have a private space to express everything you're feeling without filter. And in the exercises we'll do together, you'll have structured ways to process your emotions that feel supportive instead of overwhelming. Your grief deserves a safe space. You deserve a safe space. And that's what we're creating together, starting today. Summary and transition. So let's recap what we've covered in this first lesson. Your grief is sacred because research validates 30 to 50% of pet owners experience complicated grief. You're not alone or abnormal. Society is wrong. Society's minimization of pet loss is wrong and harmful. Your bond was real and significant. Full permission. You have full permission to grieve without a timeline or apology. Love transformed. Your grief is love with nowhere to go, and love is always sacred. Emotional safety. You deserve emotional safety and protection during this vulnerable time. These aren't just lovely ideas. These are the foundational truths that will support everything else we do together in this course. Clear action step. Your action step for today is simple but essential. I want you to get a journal. It can be fancy or simple, whatever feels right to you. This will become your grief validation journal. On the first page, please complete the emotional permission statements. Fill in the blanks with whatever feels true for you. I give myself permission to grieve for pet's name for as long as I need. My grief honors the love I shared with pet's name. I am allowed to feel your emotion without apology. My bond with pet's name was sacred, and so is my grief. I don't need anyone's permission to love and miss my pet's name. Write them down. Say them out loud if you can. Let them sink in. These statements are your foundation, your touchstone, your reminder that what you're feeling isn't wrong. It's holy. Tomorrow we'll dive deeper into understanding your specific grief triggers and patterns. But for today, just rest in this truth. Your grief is sacred. You're not broken. You're not dramatic. You're not weak. You're someone who loved deeply, and deep love deserves deep honoring. That's what we're going to do together over the next 6 weeks. We're going to honor your love, honor your loss, and help you find a way forward that doesn't require leaving your heart behind. Your pet was lucky to have you, and now it's time to be as gentle with yourself as you were with them. I'll see you in the next lesson.